What are, say, 3 pieces of advice you would give to people who are looking to succeed in business?
By far the best investment you can make is in yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed the ending of a major financial era. The Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, has decided to step down. Many of us know Warren Buffett. He's been in the financial space for years. He's 94 years old, has continued on since the early 50s, purchased his first house that he still lives in today, purchased that house for about $31,000. And that can kind of show us how he sort of has lived, as his sense of loyalty, his sense of just stick-to-itiveness. This video today is gonna pretty much talk about what does the Oracle of Omaha have to do with Apple tech and even artificial intelligence and innovation.
I tell the students that come that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, and both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%.
Hi, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your support. Today, we're going to talk about the 2 paths that tend to cross from time to time. We have the financial sector as well as the tech space. And sometimes they cross and it becomes a big storm. Here of late, with the tariffs, we all know the meaning of that. But what does Warren Buffett, what can he sort of teach us and tell us about how you can stick the landing, how you can sort of become a system or a person that is able to stand the test of time and have longevity in the business, not just in tech, but in finances as well. I want to talk really quickly. I was talking to one of my contractors that was working on our house, was doing some work to some windows on the house. And he was telling us, he said, make sure you understand that when we go to the store to purchase the new windows to install, that because of the tariffs, these windows could be about $50 to $60 more. Not to mention that, he said, well, guess what? There are other things, not just windows, not just metal, but even down to nails. Nails and screws are jumping 40 to 50%. So a normal nail and a screw that would normally cost about $10 is now costing about $17 to $20. And what does that tell us about the times that we live in? Well, today, times are changing. We're evolving. Inflation is at an all-time high, of course. And I'm not really trying to be a financial guru and talk to you about finances, but the finances do affect how tech works and vice versa. And so often we're such in a rush to find the latest in technology. I release videos and video after video on Apple products. And we always want the latest and greatest, and we're in such a rush, right? But Warren Buffett has never really been about the rush. That has never been his number one motto, but it was to stick to the game plan at hand, whether it be through the financial sector of sticking to his portfolio, his stock portfolio. And by the way, the stock portfolio that he has, literally one of the intersection points with finances and tech is his portfolio is occupied over 50% of it by Apple. He owns about 50%. 50% of Apple is in his portfolio. If you don't know what a portfolio is, it's basically a collection of stocks that you own that are tied to the stock market, and over 50%, right? So there's some lessons that we can sort of learn. The number one lesson is you got to stay grounded, right? Through the years. At 94 years old, I'm sure Warren Buffett has seen technology changes. He's seen climate changes. He's seen ups and downs in the economics of the government and the market. He's seen a lot of things, but he's totally and has consistently stuck to his guns. He's been consistent in how he's invested. And the flip side of that is for us, even in the tech space, tech is released monthly, weekly. There's a new release. There's always talks about new companies, and we're always in a rush to see the next best thing, right? But this lesson ought to tell us to slow down, right? We ought to slow down and really try to make sure that we really know what is important in this space, in this tech space. So finances and tech, oftentimes they collide, oftentimes they pass each other, oftentimes they rely on each other. But all in all, you have to be stable, you have to be consistent in whatever it is you're doing. So, I mean, I would hope, it's amazing to me that all of these companies, everybody's racing to, it's all about consumerism. It's all about making sure that whatever I have to offer, that there's a market out there for it, and I'm going to get the most people involved, the most people to pay. It's all about how much I can make. Well, that wasn't Warren's, that wasn't his motto. So we're going to talk about also, you just really need to stay grounded. You need to be cautious. Warren, of course, and his former partner, Charlie Munger, who unfortunately passed away, I believe it was a year ago, they were very cautious about the market and who they invested in. You may know the story of Warren investing in Coca-Cola and being in it for over 60, I don't know, maybe 70 years. Back when it started, Coca-Cola was like $2 a stock. I'm not talking finances, but I'm going somewhere. What Warren and Charlie Munger, their main objective was to make sure that their investments were consistent, but they were also cautious about the new technologies, more specifically crypto and the AI space. So, and I know he's stepping off and he's going to be driving off into the sunset. But we must be and remain cautious about these things. Crypto, I'm in crypto. I do have crypto. From what I understand, Warren Buffett has never invested in crypto. He's always cautioned against it, basically calling it, air. It's not anything that is tied to a stock or to an economy that you can go out to the store and pick up. Now, that's arguable, of course, argue with me in the comments, but Warren Buffett says that crypto, not just crypto, but also these AI stocks, everything's just growing so fast, right? And sometimes you have to take a step back and really assess what's going on, even in the space of AI today. So this is just a video. I had to really sort of pay homage. Thank you, sir, for all of the values and everything that you've sort of given us through the years. 94 years is amazing. And he always continues to say, people who are happy will live the longest life. So wish you a great life. And I don't know, this video is sort of was near or near to my heart to produce, to sort of just admonish all the accomplishments that Warren Buffett has sort of left to us to sort of figure out this thing called life. With that being said, I really appreciate all of you all who continue to support me. Do not forget, every Tuesday and Friday, I am on live at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on live. We have a community where we talk, where we pretty much just get together and conversate. I allow those in the chat to give me questions, to give me comments. So let me know. Give me some of the life experiences that you have learned through finances and through tech, the space, even as we have just been able to get have such a great example with Buffett's success as an investor, and the tech space who has been able to, oh my God, the tech spaces have been able to sort of benefit from Buffett's success. So let me know in the comments anything that you got going on, any questions that you have. Once again, this is Brett with Anvil, and thank you for joining the video. Talk to you soon.